Hello everybody and welcome to BrickVault. Today is a LEGO weekly news update. We've been a little bit behind on this, so I'm going to be covering roughly 2 weeks worth of LEGO news. Of course, lots of things happened in the world of LEGO this week, including several new Star Wars Summer 2020 sets being revealed. I'm going to be talking about everything, of course, and before we jump into the first stories, there were, in the last couple of weeks, 2 different new sets of instructions released in our web store, www.brickvault.toys. From Zeo Creations, there is the Mario bundle with Mario, Luigi, Peach, 3 different colored Toads, and Nabbit. They're fun, colorful little builds that are very easy to manipulate and move around, and also quite simple to put together. They're pretty fun little desk toppers. And then expanding on the Clone Wars, expanding on the Star Wars minifigure scale sets from the designer David Buckles, come the different colored Bark Speeders, and you can also have the option of adding a sidecar. So righto, first off, let's get into the new sets that were revealed for Star Wars Summer 2020. I'm not going through every single one, just the ones that we have not yet talked about on this channel. So Star Wars Advent Calendar 75279 is the first one here, and I gotta say it looks a little bit better than the one that came out last year. There are 2 different figures that actually have custom printed torso pieces that are Christmas themed. That is another Christmas Darth Vader. He's not Santa this time, but instead he's just wearing a ugly sweater. Feels a little bit lazy that he has the robe detailing printed onto the legs beneath it. It's a little bit odd. Maybe that makes sense. I'm not really sure. And then Poe Dameron has a green ugly sweater with BB-8 knitted on the front. The knitting detail looks good. There's also a snowman Gonk droid, which is nice, and some of the micro builds actually don't look too bad. Overall, certainly an improvement from last year. Next up is the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor set number 75281, gonna sell for $30, 248 pieces, and the build for the Interceptor looks fine. It looks pretty similar to the last times we've gotten this LEGO set before, but it is a fun ship and a popular set for sure. That's why they keep making it. I've seen this controversy covered before, but it is worth mentioning that Anakin has the Duel on Mustafar print for the torso here, where it is all kind of burnt or ripped up. Canonically, this doesn't make sense for the context of the set, and LEGO has made less bad mistakes before where they also had to correct it, so it'll be interesting to see if LEGO corrects this mistake. The reality is earlier this year, Obi-Wan and Anakin came out in the Duel on Mustafar set, the updated one with the updated torso prints, and they probably just had a bunch of extras or something, so maybe they just repurposed those old torsos from earlier in the year. But yeah, technically doesn't make sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if they issued an update. I would have been going in order from smallest sets to greatest, but it makes sense to talk about General Grievous's Starfighter next. 75286, 3 figs, $80. Everybody hates the fact that this set is so insanely overpriced. 487 pieces. All 3 of the figs are fine. I'm sure people would actually like having another Obi-Wan. Grievous looks good in white, personally, I think. And there's also an exclusive airborne clone trooper included here. You'll notice that Obi-Wan also has the same torso print from the Duel on Mustafar set, and once again this is canonically incorrect, and LEGO clearly was just trying to save on some production costs. It's odd that LEGO would issue a correction, let's say for example the Resistance bomber set from that pilot that they didn't have the first time around, and it looks like the mistakes for both the Interceptor and General Grievous's Starfighter are slightly bigger ones and could be easily remedied, because I think there's also clean versions of these torso prints that already exist. Anyways, we'll see if that gets changed. Let's jump back to the smaller set, the Armored Assault Tank, set number 75283, selling for $40, 286 pieces, and there are 4 figs included. This is another Ahsoka Tano, and it says Ahsoka Tano's Clone Trooper, which is a little bit weird. 501st was included as the designation for the 501st set, so I don't know why he wouldn't have his own designation in this one. And then there are 2 different battle droids. I think they have the Kashyyyk colors. One is labeled Battle Droid, the other one is labeled AAT Driver Battle Droid. It's weird that they have to make that distinction. They should have either given them the same name or an alternate print for the driver. It doesn't make any sense. The cannon is insanely long on this AAT, though the rest of the build looks decent for sure. It looks all right. It's just the cannon is about double the length, and it really throws it off, especially if you look at some pictures of that actual vehicle. Set number 75284, Knights of Ren transport ship, is up next. 595 pieces, will sell for $70. Includes Rey in white and 2 of the Knights of Ren. They have their own helmet molds. Some special printing. They're definitely like the cooler characters here. And honestly, I don't really care for or really remember what this ship looked like in the movie, but it looks kind of cool and fun and easy to swoosh around as a Lego set. Next up is the 75291 Death Star Final Duel set. It is extremely reminiscent of, what is it, the 2014 or 15 one that came out before. In fact, it's very, very similar to that one. They only switched up a few little things here and there. It's basically a re-release, but they changed enough of it so they can actually give it a different set number. My guess is that last one probably did pretty well, and they were just like, hey, let's just do a tiny tweak and re-release it, which is something that happens fairly frequently with Lego Star Wars sets, though this one is a little bit on the nose compared to some of the other updates. 775 pieces, will sell for $100. Not gonna lie, this one doesn't interest me at all. It does look like some of these figures will technically count as exclusive releases based on at least the prints or the parts used for them. And let's move on to the last one that we haven't talked about yet on the channel, which is 75293 Resistance ITS Transport. This is actually from the Galaxy's Edge, which is kind of cool. And personally, I like the look of this ship quite a lot because it very much reminds me of the CR-90 with the head and the engines in the back. All 4 of the figs are exclusive to this set. They look pretty darn cool. I really like that Mon Calamari Lieutenant, and the hairpiece for the main character is also just really nice with those blue highlights. They contrast well with the orange. Anyways, that's it for the update of Star Wars sets that will be coming out pretty soon. There's a delay for the United States or all of North America. And let me know which ones are your favorite in the comments below. Personally, I like the Resistance ITS Transport set. It's just different in every way, and I like that. It's different. It's something new. Also, this might be a little late, but happy Father's Day to any of the fathers out there. Legoland made minifigure lounge pants available on Father's Day, which is kind of a fun gift if you guys wanted to get them. And then Lego announced the Disney Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse buildable characters set. It is set number 43179, 1,739 parts. And because it's a display set, it is recommended for ages 18 and up. It's kind of fun. The characters have a really loose feel, and it is very much geared towards the hardcore Disney fans for sure. It will sell for $180, will be available July 1st, and then along with that announcement, there was also another one for the Crocodile Locomotive, set number 10277. I don't know what theme this is actually being released under, which is kind of interesting. It's also an 18 and up set, available July 1st, and it seems just like a hardcore train enthusiast set for sure. It's of course motorized, and I'm not entirely sure what the Crocodile Locomotive is, but it does look like a very old looking design for a train engine. Oh yeah, I'm seeing in the description it was built for Swiss Federal Railways between 1919 and 1927. Okay, that makes sense. And then I believe as a promotion for the new Ducati Technic motorcycle set, it looks like Lego has commissioned a life-size version of the motorcycle to be built as well. I can't tell based on the pictures, but it looks like it's part real motorcycle and part Lego. It'd be cool to see if this thing actually drove. And then there's a few more pictures of some Technic Summer 2020 official sets on the way as well. They're making an Osprey, which is nice. A couple others if you wanted to take a look at that. This is the first picture that we're seeing of the Ironman Armory, set number 76167. The hot rod is included here, different builds for different Ironman suits, of course. One being labeled the Prototype Ironman. Kind of looks like the first Mark I, or maybe a completely different Ironman that is based on something from the comics. Harry Potter Series 2 collectible minifigures has been confirmed for a September release. Then also the first couple of episodes of the Monkie Kid are available for anybody to watch. I kind of skipped through and watched a few scenes here and there. The animation is surprisingly good. I like this way more than any of the Ninjago stuff. The characters seem alright, the humor seems pretty much spot on for what you see from Lego, maybe even a step above, and personally I am rooting for the Monkie Kid theme to take off and do well, because I think Lego tried really hard here, and this is where a lot of the creative energy feels the most fun and raw, at least within the Lego group right now. The Lego Mindstorms Robot Inventor, set number 51515 was officially announced. It's actually Mindstorms. I have a feeling it'll be a little bit more complex and allow a little bit more options in terms of being able to create and program. That would be my guess compared to Powered Up. And then let's finish off very quickly by saying that one new set from Ideas got voted in for those 10,000 votes. It is the Fast Food Corner from the designer Robin Hood Bricks. You can probably guess what this is. It is a modularly compatible building, a corner piece, and just about every shop in everything here. A lot of the shops and a lot of the interior stuff are just different fast food joints all slowly but surely packed together. There is a medical office right there, which is, I think, really right in line with that classic Lego humor. You know, you can have a bunch of cheeseburgers in one door and then go to the next door and get carotid artery surgery or something like that. Congrats to the designer Robin Hood Bricks. It's not easy to get those 10,000 votes. There are other articles in the description below that I did not have time to talk about. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Top 10 mocks of the week is tomorrow. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.